bitch, I'm on the go. I got the money, getting rack addiction. Need that shit for sure, my nigga. I was back up in the trenches, waiting on the go.
Results is guaranteed. The work that it takes to get the result is what guarantees the result. I could give you all the sauce in the world, but if you're not ready to apply it, then you're not gonna get the results you're looking for, right? So, what's up, y'all? Y'all looking to get this credit to the next level. This is something they ain't teach you in school, and I'm gonna be the one to teach it to you, right? We're gonna talk about getting your credit limit increase. A lot of y'all been having issues getting your credit limit increase, and you don't understand why. You're using your credit card, and it's not getting you the result you want. They're not they're not trying to increase the limit, and you spending the card. It's not making sense to you. So I'm gonna explain to you exactly how to get a credit limit increase on any credit card, right? So, one, I'm gonna explain it really simple, break it down really simple for anybody to understand, right? So any credit card, let's just say a credit card starting with a $500 limit, a small limit, right? So what you want to do is max out this credit card 3 times in one cycle. So 3 times in a 30-day cycle, you want to max out the card 3 times, right? So the $500, I'm gonna max it out and then pay the balance down and leave something on the balance, right? Leave $20, $30, $40, $50 on the balance. Use it again and then pay it off again. And then the third time, you're gonna use it and pay it off. And like I said, don't leave the card blank, right? Don't pay off the whole limit. Leave something on the card, something less than 30% on the card, right? So now let's say we left $40 on the card. It's paid off 3 times. We're gonna do this for 4 to 6 month process, right? It depends what bank it is. From 4 to 6 months, we're gonna keep doing this, and then you ask for that credit limit increase, but make sure that the card is paid down. You wanna make sure that card, it has that $30, $40 balance, then you ask for an increase. Don't wait till the card is maxed out to ask for the increase. Everything is timing. You want perfect timing with everything, right? You don't wanna ask for money when you look like you owe money, right? So we wanna pay that down. Then you wanna ask for that credit limit increase, and they should give it to you with no problem. Also, they take your credit into consideration also. So just make sure, you have no collections and stuff like that, or your credit score is not below a 650 before you do something like that, right? Because they still take that into consideration. So if you do have that, then you gotta go into credit repair, take that out, then you ask for that limit increase. Because that, even though you paying it down and did that process I told you, if you have collections, if you have these things on your credit report, it can still affect you getting a higher limit. Maybe they even give you a credit limit increase, but maybe they give you another $300-$500 increase on that credit $500 limit. We don't want that. We want them to up it $1,500, $2,000, or maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? On that credit limit increase, but you have to make sure that your credit is up to par, right? So that's how you get that credit limit increase. And we looking to make moves with our credit. We looking to make these big moves. Once your credit is where it's supposed to be, then you could go and apply for products, right? So I always tell people, if your TransUnion is high and your Equifax credit score is low, run that play. Run it on TransUnion. If your score is high on TransUnion, go with TransUnion and get products with TransUnion. I'm gonna tell you a couple banks that pull from TransUnion. There's Fidelity, Regions, U.S. Bank, Alliance, Fifth Third, BMO Harris, and Navy Federal all pull from TransUnion. Those is banks that if your TransUnion is high, go with them and apply with them and see what they throw you. I'm gonna throw you some Experian. If your Experian is high, I'm gonna throw you some banks from Experian. There's PNC, Gemini, Wells Fargo, American Express, Discover, Barclays, SoFi, and Bank of America. Always, American Express is like the first one I would apply if my Experian is high, because they're the best bank. You want to build a relationship with American Express. They're like that first bank you want to get, because they give high limits, and with one inquiry you could go and apply for 3 credit cards. So American Express is definitely the way to go if your Experian is high. And then with Equifax, we're looking at Citizens, Truist, Citi, Key Bank, TD Bank, Cinevis, DCU, Langley, PenFed, and First Citizens, right? So these is banks that if any of these bureaus are high and the other ones are low, it's all right. Go and apply with the banks that pull from that bureau and get approved for that bureau, get a card from them, build with that card. And don't keep just getting new cards. Build with a card and keep getting a credit limit increase, so then when it's time to go and get new cards, you have comparable credit, right? If you keep raising the credit limit on one card to a high limit, then when you apply for another card, they take that into consideration. They like to see that you have a good credit limit with these other cards, you know? So, yeah, man, just make sure y'all stay tapped in. Gave y'all a little lesson on how to get those credit limit increase. If you run this play, I can almost guarantee you, you know, if your credit is up to par, I can almost guarantee you, you're going to get these credit limit increase. There's no doubt. Been done this over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. It's Bands by the Bag. I love y'all. If y'all need more credit info, join my free school community and y'all can learn this. Let's go.